It's the only person that will know that's Tony Watt and
His agent.
his agent. I would guess Dun United will have a bigger budget than Motherwell,
Yeah.
but going back on Tony Watt, I just think over the last year or so, for me, he's produced real top performances. He's scored some fantastic goals this season. I just thought Tony Watt looked in a happy place. I think Motherwell suited him, and vice versa. Tony Watt suited Motherwell. So obviously they've not been able to come to agreement. But the age that Tony Watt is, Paul, people have got to remember he's got to look after himself.
Yeah.
You're a long time finished. It may be an offer that he couldn't refuse. So look, the only person will know in terms of financial terms is obviously Tony and his advisors. But I would imagine that Dundee United would have a bigger budget and be able to pay a better salary than Motherwell.
Mark?
Yeah, I would think that Dundee United having a budget, Paul, the ability to really push the boat out for 2 or 3 players, and so much so that I wouldn't be surprised if what Tony Watt has agreed to go to Dundee United for, it'd be touching double of what Motherwell be, and that's no disrespect. That'd be Motherwell pushing the boat out themselves, going to the top line, but Motherwell run a tight ship, and rightly so. They're always a club that they just want to make sure they don't put themselves into any bother, considering where they were, 15 years ago or so. So I totally get that, and Barry's right. For Tony Watt, he is in a happy place at Motherwell. It's been brilliant for him the past 18 months, but this is probably his last big contract. He might have won more really good one, but at the age at 28 to 31, 32, that's where you go. I don't make any apologies for saying it, for any footballer or any person, any walk of life. You go for the money at that age, Paul. That, and when he's doing well, that's you go and look to cash in. Dundee United, as I say, have pushed the boat out for him, and he's decided to go. Now the issue becomes, do they try and do a deal next month? And I think under such circumstances, for all parties, you try and get this over the line in the next few weeks, so everybody can move on.
What kind of scale would that be? Would it be from $2,000 a week, 100,000 a year?
That'd be more than
to
that,
more.
Yeah, I think
$3,000 to
it'd be nudging.
six.
Yeah, it'd be nudging.
Higher.
I would imagine around about the 180 to £200,000 a year mark.
Right.
They've not replaced Shanklin for me.
No. And they know it.
Yep, they know it. They need a goal scorer, and obviously Tony Watt's been the hot one.
Yep.
Out with the bigger teams. I mean, it's a hard one for Motherwell. Look, Motherwell are right. They stick to a strict budget. They can't go over it, and Tony's got a difficult decision. Because listen, it must be hard for Tony, because I've listened to him a couple of times, and he's been really honest in terms of how Motherwell's been really good for him. But at the end of the day, you've got to look after number one.
Yep.
And Tony's known that this will be his last big contract.
Yep.
There's no doubt about it.